3 layers of baby blue and 2 layers of a soft pink, and then stack them on top of each other, starting with the blue and then a layer of pink, and so on. I rolled out some pink clay, and this is our fondant for the cake, and you just place it on top of the cake and carefully wrap it around the entire cake and smooth it out with your fingers. Make sure you don't get any air bubbles, and then you can carefully turn it upside down and slice off any excess. With this mold, you just press some clay into the trim that you want to use, and then you cut off the excess and then carefully remove the trim and wrap it around the bottom of your cake to hide all the little imperfections. Here I've used another mold, and I'm making a little center flower for the center of the cake. And if you don't have molds, you can make your own handmade flowers. Roll out a really thin rope of black clay, and you can use this to add some contrast on your cake, and you can wrap it around the flower on the top and create a design on the top of your cake. Put your cake in the freezer for about 5 minutes, and then when you cut a wedge out, it's much easier when the cake is a bit cold. Create a cake texture on the wedge that you've cut out and on the inside of that cake, and make it look like crumbs, and you can use a needle tool. I poked the cake with an eye pin in the center, and that's going to be the stand for the Sweet 16 sign that I found on the internet. So you can find your Sweet 16 sign on the internet, and then you can resize it in Microsoft Word, and resize some really small ones as well for your mini cakes, and the instructions are coming right up. And then I used some E6000 glue and glued 2 pieces together and made my little stand or sign on the cake. For the little mini cakes, you follow the exact same step as you do for the larger cake, with you know, some variations in the decoration, and make about half a dozen, and so that you can, you know, design a little platter, and you can add your own ideas as well. You don't have to follow exactly what I'm doing here. This Sweet 16 party has only sweet foods, so of course we have to have some beautiful bowls of candy. I used about 3 or 4 different shades of different pastels, like green, purple, yellow, pink, and I put them into this clay extruder, which is really cool. And you just turn the handle and these long ropes of different colors come out, which you can then slice into little candy pieces. And then you bake them, and once they're baked, you can then put them in the bowls and have them prepared for your spread. For the strawberries, I rolled out a thin rope of red clay and then I cut it into small pieces. And then you roll each piece in the palm of your hand and kind of shape it into a kind of a strawberry shape, sort of a diamond shape. Flatten a little bit of green clay and then cut out tiny small leaves for the top of your strawberry. Use a tool or a toothpick to create those little textures on the strawberry. Pour a small amount of dark brown acrylic paint into a little dish, and then you can dip the end of your strawberry into the paint and put your strawberries on some aluminum foil or wax paper and let them dry. I squeezed some brown clay out of the clay extractor and with a heart shape, and then I sliced it into cookie slices. And then I'm using some white fabric paint, which I'm squeezing on the top, and it's great as an icing. I'm using the same fabric paint, and with a toothpick I'm just adding little dots around the edge of the heart. This is the clay extruder I was talking about, and I'm just turning the handle and out comes the brown clay in the shape of a heart. And you just slice it and you've got yourself some cookies. After the cookies are baked and cooled, you can put a layer of pink paint on the top to make it look like pink icing. And then before the paint dries, I sprinkled some pink sparkles all over the cookies, and they look like sugar. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked everything, and please subscribe. Thank you so much.